Hey guys, and welcome back to this Manchest United rebuild series. We have arrived in the January transfer window once again, and we have the biggest transfer budget yet. We also record our greatest win ever. We score more than 10 goals, more than 12 goals, more than 15 goals in one game. So go ahead and find out what kind of tactics I use and how we actually did it. So first clip I wanted to show you is that the board is giving us extra funds, and this is just a month before the January window starts. We already had 170 million, but because of this we have now been increased to 308 million euros with 920 still in the wage budget. I am not sure what I'm going to do with this because I already have a lot of youngsters coming in, but 300 million, like, I don't feel like our team can get any better than it is right now, but I'm going to see how I can spend this money wisely. I'll just have a look at it, but just so you know, we now have 308 million euros to spend. That is almost all of the money that we have available. And why is that? Is because we don't have any debts and we are earning a shit ton of money with all of our sponsors coming in. So I think that's why the board gave us extra money, but that's good for us. That means that we can start spending a little bit more money. And in the January transfer window, I might make some pretty big signings, but we'll see about that. Anyway, the next clip is either going to be something interesting that happened or us arriving in the January transfer window. Alright, January has arrived, nothing happened, but we did already sign 2 players. Lucas Vieto, insane guy. 17 dribbling, 16 first touch, 15 passing, and 16 technique, Argentinian. And then once again, Demian Ame, also Argentinian. And look how good this guy also is. Very good player, not a wonder kid, so he might not develop that well. And for the players that we brought in, nothing much. We did loan some players out maybe, but their deals haven't come through. But nothing really noteworthy that happened here. Let's jump into how we did in that first half of the season after we were crowned Premier League champions. And it's been tough, it's been tougher, it's been a tough season. We've drawn 4 and lost 1 game. Arsenal are head on our heels, and other than that we don't really have a lot of competitors. Liverpool are doing very poorly and Tottenham are just above the relegation. Last season we were doing a lot better, I do think. Yeah, we had 111 or 100 points, 4 draws, 2 losses. This season it's going to be a little bit tougher. We have 55 points. We're still doing well, don't get me wrong, but we could be doing a lot better. And especially in the Champions League, we did lose 2 games against AC Milan and Barcelona, and I didn't know where it came from. We just didn't play that well. Luckily, the next 2 games are against Ternava and AZ, which we should be able to win very handily. Other than that, we've also been knocked out in the Carabao Cup, unfortunately in the quarterfinals after penalties. Gonzalo Inacio, he missed, but this guy is a good defender. He doesn't need to be taking penalties. Unfortunately, we couldn't win, so that was a big loss. But the Carabao Cup, it doesn't matter. I don't think we won it last season. We did actually win it last season, but the FA Cup is something that I'm way more worried about. I just really want to win this for the 3rd time in a row. So as you can see, in the Champions League, if we win 2 more games, we have automatic promotion or automatic going to the latter stages, and that would be very nice because that means that we don't have to play another game, which would be great. What I'll be doing is I'm going to be making a lot of transfers here. I don't know how many, but I have 311 million and some players want to leave the club, so I'm going to have to see how I will manage. Of course, we do still have a lot of games and our team is very tired, so I'm going to see what I can do about that. I want to show you in this episode how good the 2 new players are that just came in, and I will do that when showing you the Excel sheet. So the next clip will be me showing you how the players are looking in the Excel sheet. Alright, so here we have arrived at our datasheet, which is looking very nicely indeed. What I'm going to be showing you now is the 2 new youngsters that we have brought in, and they are right here. So Lucas Vieto and Demian Amien are 18 years old and they are at 13.7, and as I showed you before already, when they are from their 19th to 24th, so they can still grow 1 or 1.5 points. So these guys can become 15s, and 15s means that if we scroll all the way up here and we sort on this, that they will be as good as Dennis, Salilovic, Hoyland, maybe Pafundi, like around that level. So not world class, but good enough to be backups. And if we just train them well, then they might be very good. And why I wanted to show you this this slide is because I was going to show you what kind of players I was going to bring in to actually make our team better. And as you can see, for advanced forward positions, 3 out of 5 of the best players that we can see are in our team. Same goes for inside forwards, although Lamine Yamal is in there. We have the best attacking midfielder in the game with Rodrigo Gonzalez, who's actually better than Jamal Musiala now. The best defensive midfielder is playing for us. We could potentially buy Ugarte if we wanted to, but that's a lot of money to spend on a guy like that. The best ball playing defenders are playing for our team. However, we could still buy any of these 3, but you know how expensive they get. It's almost impossible to really spend your money wisely. And as for fullbacks, we could still improve a lot. We could, for example, buy Balde if we wanted to, or Bastoni. They could really upgrade our team in those fullback positions, but I'm not sure if we really need it. If I was going to buy someone, it would be another defensive midfielder, because as you can see, we're currently playing João Neves there, and although this guy is good, he's average at everything, and I kind of want to bring in someone who can really play that position very well. So with all of that said, I'm going to see what kind of transfers I could potentially make, but I think it's going to be one big signing, because I don't think it's going to be multiple signings. Since we already have such a full team, it's really not worth it to buy that many more players. Anyway, that's it for the datasheet. I am now going back to the Football Manager, and I'll be showing you what kind of transfers I made at the end of the January transfer window. And of course, before I jump into the rest of the video, if you want to know how you can work with this Excel sheet as well, go ahead and follow the link in the description, where I explain how you can also start playing Football Manager based on data. With that said, also go ahead and leave a like down below if you want to see more, and subscribe if you want to never miss an upload. And without any further ado, now we're actually jumping into the end of the January transfer window. The 4th of February is where we are right now, and let me show you how we have been doing. As you can see, we're in first, and we have been in first the whole way through, so we've been doing pretty nicely. And of course I already showed you how we were doing before. And then after I showed you, we only had wins and 1 draw, and we had the biggest win in Champions League history, a 17-0 victory with our B team nonetheless over Trinidad. I think they are Slovakian. David scoring 4, Hoyland 3, Lombardo 3, Bargi 3, like everybody's getting on the score sheet here. It was a very good game from our team. Almost everybody got 10s all around. Very interesting to see. And of course, with that, it meant that we went through to the Champions League knockouts without having to play another game. Of course, we did lose 2 of the games, and actually Paris are unbeaten, which is very nice from them. So we are through. We don't know who we are going to draw yet, but the games are going to be played on the 27th of February, so still a long way. Then we also beat Aston Villa 4-2 in the FA Cup 4th round, and in the 5th round we have been drawn against Chelsea, which is a pretty tough match, but we also could have drawn Liverpool, Man City, Tottenham, or any other of those big clubs. So let's hope that we can beat Chelsea. That game is going to be played in between the Crystal Palace and Tottenham games. We are having a little bit of trouble winning this season. If Arsenal win, they are 5 points behind us, so it's less dominant than last year, but we're still playing very good football, and I think the team has found their groove again. Then let's go to players that we have brought in. We've only brought in 1 player, Thomas Campbell, a youngster from Brighton. Bought him in, then brought him back to the under-19s. He's going to be playing his time there. Whenever he can be loaned out, he will be loaned out. A very good player, just needs to develop, and of course English born, so he will be able to be a backup for us later on, which might be quite nice. Other than that, no one really left. Only some loans that I thought of players that needed some more playing time. So for example, Vietto, who we just brought in, he's already on loan to West Ham. Then Aaron Basic went to Bayern. Serda went to Everton, and some other youngsters who went to some lower league sides. So very happy to be able to loan them out, and also sold two unknown wonder kids for like 500k, but that doesn't really matter. So if we still look, we still have a very big transfer budget, and I have a couple of guys that I want to bring in. Of course, my scouting list is very big, but there's a couple of players that I want to bring in, and that I'm like pushing for them to come into our team. That is Bastoni, Tsoumeni, Ugarte, Kamavinga or Saliba, and of course, all in all, also Lamine Yamal. But those guys are the ones that can really upgrade our team, so if we are able to sign them with the money that we have, that would be great. And any other signings I'm not going to make, only if I see like a very good wonder kid. But for example, I saw a wonder kid that was good, but he wasn't even better than Bruce Matamahel. So I already have the next gen of good center backs in my squads. I just need them to improve a lot more. And also Negreiros right here is also looking very insane. So I don't know if we're going to be signing anyone until this season or in between now and the end, but we are going to try our best in that. Anyway, if something else happens, then I'm going to show you in the next episode. For now, this is where I'm leaving it. Manchest United is back on the top. We're healthy, we're doing very, very well, and we're going to challenge for another Champions League win, another Premier League win, and another FA Cup win. So let's see if we can actually do it. For now, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and if you've enjoyed, please don't forget to leave a like down below and subscribe for more. And I hope to see you in the next episode, where you'll see if we were able to retain the Champions League title. See you in the next one.